today. You're doing a fucking awesome job.
Thanks. No one is agreeing, but thanks.
Okay. Yeah. So usually when I host, I feel a lot of pressure to do good poems because I'm a hostess. But today I don't feel that pressure. So I'm gonna read you some shit poems. I've never read them before ever in my life. Yeah, I don't know even how it's gonna come out because I haven't practiced. Because I was so relaxed today, you know, I don't have to host, so all day I was like, yeah, whatever, you know, I didn't have to prepare. So I forgot to prepare my poems. But anyway, let's see how I'm gonna manage. So I think I have 3 poems, but maybe I'm gonna create them in the meanwhile. Last year or maybe 2 years ago, I was doing those workshops, and I felt so much pressure while I was doing them, because you know, as an organizer, I felt the pressure to write something good. So I did something really bad, and those are the things that came out back then. I remember Mamoni Gudoni, the little girl who lived in our street. In our street, in an orange cottage, with red roof on the top of it. We never met her parents. People said they were the ghosts flying around in the air in our little village doing their ghost thingy. Yeah. Sometimes leaving a bad smell or eating old ladies' carrots or stealing their old squeaky bike. Mamoni Gudoni had a blue little bike that she drove around in a village every single day, every single day, every single day. She was always with her bike, on her bike, always driving around on her blue bike. She looked so cute on her blue little bike, long yellow hair flying in the air. She never talked about her parents ever. Until one day, Mamoni Gudoni disappeared into the thin air. She disappeared, and people from the village looked from everywhere. They looked from the candy shops. They looked from the village library, the children's section, where she liked to spend her time. They looked from the flower garden and the TV room while the cartoons were on. Tom and Jerry, Mickey Mouse. She was not there. Mamoni Gudoni had disappeared into the thin air. She had joined her parents. And she had taken her little blue bike with her. Thank you. Okay, I think that came out quite well. should I do anymore? Maybe I'll ruin the ruin the impression. Okay, another shit poem, maybe a story that might not turn out so shit. Maybe I'd like to read it. It has a main character as well. He is called Neil Neville. I want to drink. Okay. Neil Neville. Neil Neville was walking on the street in an extremely distasteful, stripy suit with blue and red stripes. Extremely distasteful, I have to say. He was a middle-aged man who thought he was still young, and his hair was going white already. That white didn't suit him at all. Some people look good with white hair. He did not. He looked old. Of course, he thought his hair was gallantly white and reflected his good upbringing. Good schools, good nannies, piano lessons. Yeah, dream on. Neil Neville had grown up in a stunning mansion with polished forks and knives on a supper table, always tasting a high-class caviar and eclairs. You're not eating eclair, no. You're eating a simple cake. I know. With a simple fork. Yeah, she's giggling. Back to Neil Neville. Neil Neville, who had never worked for a day in his life. Partly because he thought he's still young and can do other stuff with his life. And there's plenty of time to do his things, start his business, become a billionaire of his own, working really, really hard in his dreams, maybe. Not live from his daddy's allowance, which he did do. So, Neil Neville was going around, totally without a care in his world, when one day he went to a nightclub. Yeah. And he drank too much. He drank too much so much that he got an amnesia. And he didn't know who he was. So he was walking around on the streets, not knowing who he was, and ended up not ever remembering who he is. He is still probably wandering around somewhere on his own. Thank you.